Radio, the world headquarters of rock, broadcasting from Rock on the Range. Matt, like a storm, how are you, brother?
Dude, I'm great.
How you
Here
been, man?
at Rock headquarters, man. This is the place to be right now.
We're the world headquarters of rock. This is Rock on the Range. Next year, we'll probably make it iRock on the Range. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. That has a nice ring to it.
That has a nice ring to
Yeah.
it? Listen, we've seen you guys a lot, and we're glad to see you today.
Dude, we're stoked to be here, man, really.
Really? Listen, let me tell you something. And you guys are hard working. Work.
We do like to work.
And you know, I say this to a lot of bands, and it's funny. What else would you rather be doing besides this?
Nothing, man. Nothing. I mean, we grew up on the other side of the world.
Right.
We moved all the way across the planet to do what we love. There is nothing I would rather do.
Right.
Except maybe your job. That looks like a pretty fun job.
Well, yeah, okay. When you retire from being a musician,
you
know.
don't have to talk to me, so then that's kind of
Well, we could do that, you know. I mean, I would love to be interviewed by a rock star for once. I've done so many of them, but listen, my job is here to talk to you, and then someday when you retire, you can talk to me.
Well, yeah, when I retire, I'll interview you.
I'll come to the other side of the world, which I've never been to.
You come to New Zealand, I'll interview you. Yeah.
I'm good for that, bro. I'm good for that. So what's been going on? What have you guys been up to?
Dude, we've been making our record really for most of the last couple of years.
Okay.
Our new album, Catacombs, we just finished it a couple of weeks ago.
Correct.
First single, The Devil Inside, just came out a couple of days ago. So this is a really exciting time for us, man. It really is.
Of course. And our fans at iRockRadio, the world headquarters of rock, love you guys. Oh. And like I said, you guys, you've been through our neck of the woods quite a bit to the point where people were like, them again? We gotta go see them again.
New Zealanders again?
No, dude, you packed the house.
We're like an infestation, you know,
and
like a virus.
Great. It's great because we love to watch that transition. You know, you start off like opening the show, and then the next thing you know, boom, you're doing your own headlining show, and now you guys are on Rock on the Range. So we kind of feel somehow responsible for that.
Oh, dude, we appreciate you guys, man. And I mean, I think especially, every band appreciates it, but especially like when you come from the other side of the world, you come to this, this new country, and you start touring around, and all these people do so much to help you.
Right.
It really means a lot, man. So thank you, honestly.
You're welcome. Now, my next question, being from New Zealand.
Yep.
What inspired you to become a musician? What music did you hear that you thought, man, I want to be a rock star, dude?
Well, that's a good question. New Zealand's kind of interesting because it's culturally sort of 50% American and 50% English in terms of like the music, the television, Right. So we grew up listening to a lot of American music, a lot of English music, but a lot of the bands that we really like that really got us into music were kind of heavy American bands, like Tool, Korn, Deftones, all those kinds of bands. It was when we heard those bands, we were like, dude, this is really what we want to do.
Right.
And my brothers and I were all in different bands at that point. But each of the three of us, that was all we wanted to do, was play music, write songs, play shows, whatever.
Right.
And then we got a little bit older and we're like, oh, dude, maybe we should be doing this together. And
right.
So here we are.
Right. But what was that one significant album that you got? We'll say American album first. One American album that you got that really turns you on, man.
Well, I tell you what, man, I'm the youngest of the three brothers,
right.
And so I was always listening to way heavier music than my friends,
right.
Thanks to my brothers. And Kent got the first Korn album.
Right.
And I had never heard anything like that in my life, dude.
And you know what's funny about that album is I remember
that changed my life.
We heard Blind for the very first time, and you knew right away, that's going to change the landscape of music.
Dude.
That was like Nevermind by Nirvana.
Yeah.
That was like you had that succession of bands that were like, they're changing music for the better.
Yeah.
So Korn, that's the American band. What English band?
Oh, man. Well, one of the English bands I loved and still love is Muse.
Right.
Love Muse.
Muse is
but
awesome.
We also our parents were big music fans, so we grew up listening to like Queen and all kinds of stuff, man.
Yeah.
But New Zealand's kind of cool because you get such a good blend of just awesome music from different places overseas, and there's a lot of killer New Zealand bands too. So we just kind of grew up listening to all that different stuff. But I will say, when I heard Korn's first album, especially because I was far too young to be listening to Korn.
Right.
My friends were listening to like Counting Crows and stuff. Yeah. And then I'm like, dude, have you heard this? And that changed my life. And we've got to meet the dudes in Korn. We've played with them at a bunch of festivals.
That's awesome.
That alone is a dream come true.
And that's the greatest feeling in the world when you're a musician. You get a band like Korn who you've idolized. You get on the road with them and you're with your peers and they like what you're doing. That's got to be great, man.
That's incredible. I mean, another band who's been huge for us is the guys in Alter Bridge.
Right.
You know, Mark Tremonti when I was growing up.
Oh, what a guitar
One
player,
of my
man.
favorite guitarists.
Oh.
And we've toured all over the world with those guys. And Mark is still one of my favorite guitarists. One of my favorite people, really.
Right.
So, yeah, you get to play stages with these guys. You get to know them, talk about guitars, hang out with them. I mean, it's amazing, dude. Really.
So
amazing.
you are playing the Super Bowl of festivals in the United States today. How do you feel about it? Are you ready?
I feel great, dude. I mean, we put so much into this record, and today we're playing our new single, The Devil Inside, for the first time live.
Awesome.
Which is going to be insane. So I think we're just really excited. We took ourselves away from playing live to focus on our music. Now the record's done, we're ready to jump back into it.
When's it ready to drop? When's the record drop?
Comes out June 22nd.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, listen, thank you very much for sitting down for a couple of minutes, man. We love you guys. And
we love you guys,
we'll
man.
can't wait to see you up on the stage, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Awesome. Great job. Matt from Like a Storm on iRock Radio, the world headquarters of rock. Yeah!